Hello and welcome back. Last video, I was excited about the Scarborough Fair starting up. Well, it's over now. And I went a couple times with my children and they had a lot of fun. So I just wanted to share my personal experience with you of taking kids to the Scarborough Fair. It is a task. Last year I did take just the one. That was a lot easier. 2 small kids is a little bit hard. I would highly suggest having people with you that can help you. Also, just mentally prepare to not be there the full amount of time. If you're taking a baby to the fair, he's not gonna make it till 7 o'clock at night. Well, at least mine didn't. He had enough. Anyway, let's get into it. So, for the first day, I only took videos vertically, so they're going to be shown off to the side here. So, here are the opening gates. If you've never been to Scarborough, the entrance is created as if you are kind of walking into a castle. And once you get in, there is a huge welcome banner, which I must say is very welcoming. And there are people there that take your picture every single time. We started by going to get some food. If you know my children, they're pretty slow at eating, so we're there for a hot second. As soon as we finished that, we saw my eldest son's favorite person in the entire world. He probably likes her more than he likes me. But it is Opal the fairy. She is wonderful. You can see he is at first confused by their interaction. Opal does magic with bubbles. She's a bubble fairy. And she did some magic. Eli received a trinket. There's a little rock. After meeting Opal the Bubble Fairy, my son reenacted the magic and he picked up dirt off the ground and blew it, just like she would blow the bubbles. It was very cute. So they're basically best friends now. The next thing we did that day is go see Celtic Legacy. Both Opal the Fairy and Celtic Legacy is something we did every single time we went because, as you can see here, my son loves dancing to the music. So he would jump, and then my little one wanted to kind of flail around, so we did that, and it was all a great big grand time. What Celtic Legacy is, they are a bagpipe band essentially. It's just a really fun show. And if you're going to the Colorado Ren Fair, they will actually be there as well. So you should go check them out. My son danced the entirety of their show. The first time. It was the least hot. It was actually pretty nice weather for us. It was nice and cloudy. Then we went to go see the mermaids at Mermaid Lagoon. They did have an entry fee this year of $1, which I say worth it, that's fine. And they changed their setup a little bit. There was one mermaid by themselves at the beginning. It would kind of rotate out from what I saw the different times we went. And 2 mermaids by this boat. And then there was water in the area also. They were pretty fun. They were not my son's favorite thing, but I still like going to see them, so we went to go see the mermaids. After this, it was time for a snack. We decided on some quiche, and it was fantastic. And honestly, pretty cheap. I think it was just about $4, even with all the raising of the prices that occurred. My infant son fell asleep mad. You can see his tiny little fist in a rage there, ready for when he was about to wake up. After the quiche, and after my son fell asleep, we got a crepe. It was very good. I just don't know what else to say about it. It was fantastic. We got Nutella, banana, strawberry crepe. And it was the best crepe I've ever had, which I'm pretty sure I said that in the last video. Well, I've got a new favorite. As you can see here, my son is quite mad at me, and it appears as though he wants to go home. He can't speak. His little angry face is all I have to go off of. So needless to say, we start wrapping up our day. At the beginning of the day, I asked Eli if he wanted to ride an elephant, and he said, and I quote, "Oh no." We decided to go ride the giant swing, which obviously we had to do. After the giant swing, it was time to go. We didn't really get a whole lot done that day, but it was fine. Everyone had a lot of fun. Everyone was pooped out by the time we were done. And it really wasn't about my personal experience. I really just wanted the kids to have fun, and they did. So mission accomplished for day 1. Alright, here's all of our outfits. I'm super excited about mine, because y'all know how much I like Dragon Age. But this is my sister as Isabella. Rachel 2 as a Grey Warden, we decided. Here's Eli as a camper from Crystal Lake. And then here's myself as Morrigan, an outfit I created myself, which I think I did a pretty good job for as little as I spent on that because I am poor. As usual, or as per tradition, I guess, I asked Eli if he wanted to ride the elephant. He said no. You're not gonna see much of Davy. He really just kind of entertains himself in the wagon. You see this little nightmare contraption? I had to ride that, and it was fun, but I definitely felt like we were experiencing some G-forces while we were spinning around there, because it was way faster than it looks. I thought I was gonna fly out, and I had to grab onto Eli, make sure he didn't just whoop, go right out of the cart there. Wouldn't that have been bad? Eli actually wanted to ride this spinny ride. I don't even know what it's called, but I was so shocked because he is not one to just do something random. So that was very surprising, and we did it. And this was pretty neat. So this man with the exclamation mark is giving out a quest, which Eli's quest was to wake up the quest giver's arm by giving him a high five because he fell asleep on it funny. And Eli did just that, and he earned himself a little coin. After that, we went to go see Opal the Bubble Fairy because she was now out. This time he received his white rock, which we still have. We still have all of our Opal Bubble rocks, and little brother's not allowed to play with them. This, I think, was my favorite costume of the fair. We have little shirelings, aka hobbits, and then the Nazgul just following behind. After that, Eli made another spur decision. He wanted to ride this boat that goes back and forth, so he rode that with my sister, and they had a grand old time. After that, we did the next favorite thing on Eli's list, Celtic Legacy. It was hotter this day. He did not dance the whole time. He danced for a few songs. It's a 30-minute show. And after that, he did some walking back and forth with Spider-Man. May he rest in peace. He is no longer alive. He also helped dry off the seats. So this time we were able to go see the parade, which, as always, was very fun. After that, we traversed over to the swing and rode that again. It was actually getting really hot. Davy was getting really hot at this point. It felt as though all the air stopped moving and the humidity had finally hit. And we're in Texas, so the heat just increased immensely at that point. So we rode the swing, had a little snack, and then that was it for us. On our final day, we did 2 new things, one of which was a little time consuming. It was the kids scavenger hunt, which Eli had a blast. If you completed the scavenger hunt, you got a free cup of ice cream, so Davey did it too, of course. And then we also went to the petting zoo. We did the petting zoo first. We got a couple of stamps before this point, but they had where you could feed the animals at the zoo. They also had other animals that cost extra, like a baby kangaroo and a real live unicorn, which we didn't pay for that. Eli had a lot of fun learning how to feed animals. Wasn't really a big fan of feeding the goats because he didn't like his hand getting disgusting. What he really liked was the tortoise that was there. And he never quite was able to feed him to where the tortoise could get the food, but he had a lot of fun trying. After that, obviously, we went to go see Opal the Bubble Fairy yet again. This would be the last time he will see her until next year, and she may not be his favorite thing by then, so we had to go see her as much as possible. So these are the little stations where you could put the stamps on for the scavenger hunt. They're actually pretty fun. Eli liked putting the stamps down. It was exceptionally toasty on this day, and you may be thinking, how did you have a baby in Texas humid heat? Well, we reached a point where we would just put ice on his head and down his shirt so that he wouldn't get too hot. This helped a lot cooling him down. And by putting ice on him, I mean it would be in my hand and it would just be the water that I would put on his head. But I would put an actual ice cube down his back and I'd kind of rub it around. And he didn't mind so long as it didn't get in his diaper, which makes sense. That would be uncomfortable. One of the best decisions of the entire day. It was so hot, my sister got a snow cone, which was also a pretty good price. I think that was also, it was either $4 or $4.50, and she got 3 different flavors in it. So if you are not rolling in the dough, that may be a good idea if you want to just get something fun while you're there to eat. Once we got our final stamps, we were finally able to celebrate with our ice cream. After we went and saw Celtic Legacy, as we do every single time, we got the fish and chips, which were really good. It was really hot, not spicy, but temperature-wise hot, but it was really good. I like getting the fish and chips. It's also a lot of food for one person. I think it's $12. All in all, very positive experiences all 3 days. The longest day we stayed was the first day. It was the coolest. We stayed till 4. The other 2 days we left at 2. I got in with a free ticket all 3 times because there was one. My sister and my friend have a friend of the fair pass, so they both have a free ticket there. And then there was a weather makeup pass that they got for the weather being so horrible one day while they were there, even though they have a friend of a fair pass. So they got a free friend ticket for that. So I was able to use some of those and go for free. If you're going for free, it is absolutely worth it. If you are not going for free, I would suggest not eating, just kind of snacking as you go along and making sure you hydrate and just doing the activities that your kids really want to do. If you're going with kids, just mentally prepare that you are going to leave early. You may not do everything you want to do, but your kids are going to have a really fun time regardless of what's going on. There was a bunch of stuff we didn't even get to. There's a bunch of rides we didn't do. There's a bunch of shows we didn't do. This is just the stuff my son liked doing. But there's something out there for everyone. I highly suggest families going because it's fun. It's fun for the kids and they enjoy it. Anyway, I guess I'm done talking now. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on what we're up to over here. Hope you have a super awesome, spectacular day, and I'll see you out there somewhere. Bye!